I was trying to think of a whole bunch of like different things, and something that kind of kept coming to, because I know we were kind of saying we were going off the cuff, kind of like, whatever sort of came to our mind.
Yeah.
But what kind of came to me is like, life isn't meant to be lived without adversity.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's this misconception that people are supposed to go through life and nothing is supposed to happen to you. And, it's always this, why is this supposed to happen to me? Like, why is this not supposed to happen to me? But why is this happening to me? Or why am I going through this? Or, but the whole point of life is the struggle.
Is to live it, yes.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get through unscathed.
Yeah, that's true. That's
because you're supposed to learn and you're supposed to overcome, and then you turn around and you share that with others.
Yeah, the lessons that you've learned.
Yeah,
by going through that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think with all of the technology that we have and all of the lack of connections, social connections that we're making, there's so much opportunity now to share what we've overcome with people that it is time. You know that movie?
Yeah.
It is time. We have to start letting people know, or reaching back out and pulling those people back out of the pit.
Yeah.
So to speak, because, we've been through it, or, reaching back down with those hands and saying, you're going to get through this too.
I think nowadays that people are just so used to like the highlight reel, like what's on their Instagram and what's perfect.
Yeah.
Every so often when you go through it, you do see those impactful stories that people are letting you know about, like grief or loss or what they've been through. But most of the time it's the highlight reel. People like sharing their successes, right?
Yeah.
But it takes a lot for somebody to get to a successful place. It's, dusting themselves off and learning through their mistakes, or, getting knocked down and not being afraid to keep going after the first no that they receive, right? Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that's kind of where I was thinking, we don't want to sit there and this is my pity party, this is where I'm at. But in order to get to the highlight reel, people had to really
grind it out,
climb out of the pit.
Yeah. Yeah,
and those are the things that we don't see, and that's where the connections are made, and that's where the real story takes place.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that's where the pieces that you want to hear.
That's where we connect as humans.
Yeah, that's where the real human story takes place, and that's where I guess that's what you want to hear.
Absolutely. You want to hear the real grit, the real grind, like not like, oh, I got here, I went to school, I did this. It's like, no, but what brought you to this point?
Because somebody out there needs it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they could be going through the worst day and thinking, seeing what they see on Instagram or social media like Facebook, and then be like, oh, I could never. But it's like,
yeah, you can.
You need to know behind the stories of that person, because they could have started off the same way as you.
Yeah.
Or
and
worse.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my message. Like, that's the message for this week, is the adversity of life that's where the story is.
I always say, don't be afraid to get a little TMI. Tell them that grit. Tell them that story. Overshare a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Easter. I hope everybody had a great Easter. I don't ever want to see another mini egg.
Yeah, I'm over them.
Yes.
They're everywhere. At the bottom of purses, bags.
Oh, so bad.
I'm done.